Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Match number 28 already. We've got a bunch of robots flying to the center line. It looks like 3647 went across the midline and made contact with 114. That's going to be a technical foul put onto 3647. So with that, Blue is going to take the advantage right on time of coming out of autonomous. And moving into the teleoperated period, it looks like we have a double feeder strategy going on the red side with Millennium Falcons and Quicksilver feeding their partners 2811. They're the Stormbots out of Vancouver, Washington. Meanwhile, on the blue side, we've got Gravitech X and Hydra Robotics trying to get some rings down the field and up and scored. Their partners 114 Eagle Strike looking to take a long shot. They get that from the wing line. That's a tough shot to make, but 114 is making it look easy. A very accurate shooter on that team out of Los Altos. On the red side of the field, we currently have an amplified goal that is getting filled up with notes. Remember, you want to put those notes into the goal while it is amplified. They are worth 5 points during that period. And if it's not amplified, they're only worth 2. And 5 is a lot more than 2. So it really behooves you to do that. It looks like 6619 unfortunately moves themselves into a position to get a penalty in the red loader zone against 604. They're trying to get in there and stick their hand in the cookie jar, but they got caught. With 45 seconds left in this match, it looks like the Red Alliance has been able to keep their advantage that they've had for most of this match, and they are approaching the threshold needed to score the Melody ranking point bonus. They have it now, 25 notes scored in the amp and in the high goal. Meanwhile, on the blue side of the field, we've got an amplified goal, but no robots to put notes into it. We'll see how these teams manage this amplified period as the rest of this event goes on. I think we'll start to see that those teams who can maximize the amplified period are going to pull ahead in the rankings. And with 5 seconds left, let's see who can get up on the stage. We've got 2 red robots up. 604 is trapped, and we've got 2 blue robots up. No trap. Looks like the Red Alliance will achieve that ensemble bonus. And we'll be right back with the final scores. Scores going up from that last match. And taking the win is the Red Alliance, 122 to 83. 604 and 2811 moving up in ranks. 2811 moving up into the top 8. Good job. RSN, Dave, Adrian, what you got?
Well, 122 points and 4 RP for the Red Alliance. Again, just another day of the office for these teams. But the match looks a little bit messier than what the score says. I think people are maybe getting a little bit tired. That afternoon slump is coming in.
Yeah,
Dave,
for
what did
sure.
you see?
Yeah, it looked like by the end of the match, everybody was ready to go home, take a little nap, maybe grab a coffee or something. I point out Millennium Falcons played some great defense, kind of heads up. The robots were just going all over the field, and I think sometimes when you get into this, you've been playing all day, you've been doing these strategies for a long time. Sometimes you're kind of forced to switch things up a little bit because you don't want it to get stale. You don't want other teams can kind of start predicting what you're going to do. That match looked like they might have started to try and shake it up a little bit. It takes a couple times to really get through and actually stick the strategy and get it right, but awesome job from all the teams.
Well, then let's start looking ahead at match number 29 on the Red Alliance. We have Team 5940. That's Team Bread. They were the winners of the Central Valley Regional and the San Francisco Regional this year. And with them is our current number 5 ranked team. That's Team 1148. Harvard Westlake Robotics, on the Red Alliance, rounding out the Red Alliance is Team 3663, CPR, who is really has a 2-2 record, but has really looked very impressive today.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the Blue Alliance with 971, 6036, and 8084, I think that those robots are going to mesh really well together. It seems like they all play their really well complementary roles, and you could see some really cool strategies from them. That 971 robot's like one of the coolest things ever. That catapult's very unique, so if you haven't gotten a chance to see it, maybe focus a little bit on them. They definitely stand out, and they always build some crazy awesome robots. It's very fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm going to go robot boomer on everybody for a second, but their 2016 robot was one of my favorite robots ever built in FRC. Just watching that robot, flip outside of each other to score the game objects that year was amazing. But I expect them to be passing like they have been all morning, and somebody's going to have to play cleanup on that alliance. I'm going to bet 60-36. Let's see what happens on the field in match number 29.